Lionfish acquired. This is the invasive lionfish, and we are hunting them in the Atlantic Ocean. It's right off of Boynton Beach, and this area of the world has some pretty nice reef. We usually go down from 70 to 110 feet, and we are looking to make a dent on the population of these lionfish, and we have throughout the years. Here's another one. Boom! Clobbered him. These guys shouldn't be here. They're from the other side of the world, over in the South Pacific. So we are trying to lower their numbers. They were introduced here, and unfortunately they have become the top predator on our reefs throughout the Caribbean. And they're now in the Mediterranean making a big fuss. So look at this guy. This is the beautiful lemon shark, and they're known for their color, which is kind of yellow, but of course it doesn't look yellow here. Look at the two fins. You've got the dorsal and the second dorsal, and they're about the same size. So that is one of the traits of the lemon shark. That's how you can usually tell they're a lemon shark, by those two dorsal fins. They're really beautiful sharks, and they can get up to 500 pounds and 12 feet long. It's pretty cool. Bam! Nice shot. So right in front of this lemon shark, we are just going to go ahead and shoot lionfish, and they're not going to come over and bother us typically, because the lionfish is a smaller fish. It doesn't really attract too much of attention when you're shooting lionfish. Plus, these lemon sharks, they're scared of people, so they're not going to come too terribly close typically, but you never know, so it's good to keep your head on a swivel. We see a lot of cool sharks in this video, actually. Bam. Now, I am filming with two different cameras on this journey. Alex gave me a little bit of footage from his dive as well. But we're using the GoPro 12 and the Insta360, which is a pretty cool camera as well. It's called the Insta360 Ace Pro. And some of the video, you'll notice, like this shot here, is with the Insta. And it is quite clear, and I made the mistake of filming it at 100 frames per second rather than using its designed program for underwater diving, which is pure mode. It's called pure video. Look at the pretty colors though. It's not too bad. Look at that guy. Really cool triggerfish. Alright, now here is the bull shark. A little deeper water here, so it's quite blue. Sometimes when there's your friend the sock puppet. Sometimes when a cloud comes overhead, it makes everything really dark, and it gets pretty nasty. So the more light you have, the more color you have, the more you can see. And here's the nurse shark here. We saw so many. Nurse sharks make kind of a sucking sound when they're hunting for prey. So that's why they're called the nurse sharks. A baby makes a sucking noise, so it's the weirdest thing. I don't know why they come up with these silly names for all these creatures based upon human activity, and it's kind of weird, but that's what we do. Here's some lovely minnows, and you can see this hogfish hiding away with his camouflage. Pretty darn cool. And there's our next victim. Bam! Now you see these fluorescent orange pieces occasionally in the videos? That is a type of hard coral that glows kind of a fluorescent color. It doesn't, it's nuts. For some reason, it just is this striking fluorescent color. It kind of puts off different lights and different lights that other fish can see even at night. It's pretty cool. So when you shine a light on it, it just pops, and the color is so bright. Now this is a barracuda. It's a great barracuda. Watch the slow motion. It's insane. Look at those teeth. He must have just eaten a fish, and he's trying to, like, you know, kind of clear his throat and get it to go down in there a little further. These guys are pretty harmless, even though when you see those teeth, you think, wow, that's pretty freaky. I don't want to mess with that guy. Now these are little grunts and snappers. You can see there's a lot going on down here, and all this little soft coral and all the stuff you're seeing down here is all living organisms. Literally, there are little tiny individual creatures that make up a lot of these things. And these sponges, these big mounds here called barrel sponges, and they actually filter out the water. So they eat the little tiny particulates in the water. Now, I did a bunch of slow-mo. Watch this. Ooh. Oh, shuck and jive. The frame rate was so high, I figured I might as well do some slow-mo. Sometimes when you're filming with 30 frames per second, the slow-mo is not very good. It has a really spotty slow-mo. But look at that big piece of nice, healthy hard coral to the right there. Super pretty. See how it has another kind of bright light that kind of emits from it. Different creatures in the ocean can put off different wavelengths of light and things that we can't see as people, but other fish can see them because they have the capability to see them. So it's pretty neat, and sometimes they offer certain diving where there's another slow-mo, boom, where they have you put on use like a black light underwater, and it makes all of these colors just stand out and glow. It's super cool. It's like called fluoro diving or something to that effect. And there I am putting it in my Zookeeper. The Zookeeper is an awesome utensil. It's developed for lionfish hunting, even though you can use it for putting trash or other species of fish or lobsters if you so desire. But we only hunt lionfish out here because we make it our goal to get rid of as many as possible. A couple of nurse sharks. These nurse sharks can sleep during the day in groups of 40 or so in some places where there are a lot of them. And they just lay on top of each other, and then during the night they kind of hunt individually. Nice little triggerfish. Let's see what we got here. Boom. Oh! Another slow-mo option. Oh, there we go. Boom. This is a yellow stingray. Super cute little guy. Of course, I didn't hit him or anything. I don't shoot anything else, and I try really hard to not injure any other fish while I'm doing this. That's not the point to hurt other things. We're just trying to help, not to hurt. But look at all the pretty spots and patterns on that guy. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. Let's see what else we can find down here. I plan on making a longer video on YouTube that has a little bit more of the content that I don't put on Instagram and TikTok, because you can only do a 10-minute video on here. Look at all these lobsters. Super cool. These are the spiny lobster, of course. Most of my viewers who have seen my videos can point these things out, but it's always so fun to just watch them over and over again. Look at their little gang. That's not much of a hiding space, is it? Don't have very far to go. There's another one. I think we got 30 or 35 pounds of lionfish on this day. Look at that guy. Watch again. This is what you call a slippery beep. They call this fish a slippery wiener because it looks like a slippery wiener, I guess. It's kind of disturbing to think about, but I guess some fishermen caught it and tried to hold on to it, and it just, he gave it the name. They're also called a tile fish, which is a little bit more clean. There's our beautiful rock beauty. And look at this slab of a hogfish. Look at that thick peduncle area between that second dorsal and the tail is called the peduncle. Forgive me if I badgered that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. This is a nice meaty boy. Boom. You can see he tried to get away. He saw the spear coming a little bit, but it was too little too late. He will definitely be appreciated at the restaurant. Not a bad shot, right behind the head there. We're trying to kill them as quickly as possible, so we capture them, put them in the tube, and then put them on ice when we get to the boat. Look at these beautiful porkfish. A lot of times I like to say, if you see porkfish, there's most likely going to be a lionfish. And it tends to be that way most of the time, to be honest. We're just cruising along the reef, and all of a sudden, we see a beautiful bull shark. Look at this guy. Let's see what he's up to. Try to catch up to him. The scooter can only go so fast, and bull sharks are pretty quick, so usually they're too shy, and I can't really get to them. And that was the case with this guy. Too far away to really deal with. Now this guy is last but not least. Drum roll. Oh, what a whiffer. So we try again. And it slipped off. And try again. There we go. Third time's a charm. Now this guy got a good stoning, but you'll see his tail's still moving. That means he's dead, but the tail moves just because the nerves are firing. You can see the colors changing. He's turning ghostly white and patchy. That means he's been hit directly and he's now deceased. Thanks for watching, guys.